Alright, I think it's time we get the, just save this thing from rotting back here any longer. In the boneyard of broken bikes. This was Hunter's race bike that he had in use for all of maybe 2 months before we stopped going. Probably needs a bigger one already. This mountain bike that he's ridden maybe 3 times because it oddly doesn't fit him. Like, it's too tall for him, but it's too short for him as well. It's a whole thing. Alright, don't see no spiders down there. And then my mountain bike. I have put a lot of time and money in this thing. And I will see you in the garage when I get this thing out of here. Alright, well, here it is out of the garage in some of its glory. It's been sitting out back there for a few months. I haven't ridden it since the beginning of the year or the end of last year. I don't remember which. I think it's the beginning of the year. I think it was New Year's, so like the day after New Year's that I did. My brother. And that's kind of where a lot of these videos started. These weekly vlogs, I think, is about when that started, I think. So, yeah, this entire time I remember I started saying I'm gonna ride more, I'm getting in shape and gonna be healthy, whatever. None of that really happened. But I do want to ride more. I do love this bike. There's been times I thought about selling this bike just because I never ride it. But I know if I did, I would miss it. Let's see if these tires will take air. This front bead is unseated, so that's going to be fun. I'm going to try to do it with an old air pump to start with. And then if not, we'll fire up the old air compressor and force it to work. Just looking for any bubbles. When it comes to mountain bike tires, these are tubeless, so there's no tubes in here, so you have to have a sealant. These little guys right here, some of these are gonna be like micro bubbles. Not a huge deal. Like, see, these ones came back. Come back. Yeah, and then I am noticing some actual cracking in the tire. Probably can't see it. Maybe you can. Tires are getting old. So, gonna have to replace these tires anyway, but I'm really just looking for any major leaks around the bead. Like that one right there. That one right there. That one right there. Alright, so front tire's got some leaks. Wouldn't be surprised if later today that front tire is flat or close to it. It's alright though. I have sealant. You can put some sealant in there and the tire would honestly be okay with the sealant in there. It'll coat everything around the tire, seal up those leaks, and then I could probably run them for another half season or so. Those need to be replaced. A lot of things on this bike, unfortunately, need to be replaced due to neglect, not due to wear. This bike used to be gorgeous, pristine, and now it is not. Let's see how the back tire takes air though. Alright, so that tire's leaking, I can hear it. Right there. Okay, anywhere else are we leaking? Yep, all over the place. Huge leaks all up here, leak here, bad leak there. Back tire is not gonna stay. Oh yeah. But there are just leaks all over this back one. This side's good. Yeah, the back tire's gonna have to come off and get completely broken down and cleaned out. Probably gonna have to put new rim tape in there. I don't even know if I have any rim tape. I got sealant. That's a little, that's not gonna be enough. I do, however, have Gorilla Tape, and that works in a pinch, so I might be doing the Gorilla Tape method on this one instead. But yeah, back tire's gonna have to come apart for sure. Front tire, I think I can get away with just adding slime in, or the sealant in through the valve stem. We're gonna take the back tire off before we do anything to the front though, and just check and see what it looks like inside. Super gross and nasty. We'll probably just take the front apart as well, just to make sure that that's not super gross and nasty. And the time it took me to get this bike stand set up, like this spot here cleaned out, bike stand set up, and the bike on the stand, we've already pretty much lost all of the air in this tire. So that's cool. So, guess we should probably get her pulled off. I am going to go ahead and do this off camera because I don't have a tripod handy, and these wheels, or these tires, are a little crammed on here. I love the bigger tires. Don't get me wrong, absolutely love these big tires. The problem with these big tires though is that this bike is not designed for big tires. Everything's so tight on here. You guys good? Yeah, see, that's why I said I was gonna do this off camera, but you guys insisted. Yeah, the bike doesn't love big tires. The frame is actually really old. Can't remember what year it's from, but it's a 29-inch wheel, which is essentially a dinosaur at this point. And I've done a really good job at modernizing it, but that doesn't mean that it's not old. I mean, I'm really upset that I have to take the back tire in particular off because I have less clearance in the back. And if it's not lined up perfectly, it'll rub on the frame. So that's gonna be fun to get put back perfectly straight and in line. All right, so I'm skipping through a little bit because otherwise you would see like 2 hours of me just chasing my tail. So what I've gotten done is I got this tire rebuilt, we got the new strip in there, got sealant in there. It's not 100% sealed, but I think with riding it around a little bit, it will seal up completely. The only part I'm really worried about is the valve stem. It's leaking from right here because when I put the core back in, it pulled the valve down a little bit, which kind of breaks the seal. All right, so I finally got the wheel put on. That's rubbing on the brake, and as far as I can tell, we're not rubbing on the frame, which was an issue we were having, so I think that's good. Before we mess with the brakes, we're gonna run it through the gears and make sure it shifts okay. If it does shift through all the gears fine, then that tells me that I just gotta adjust the brake. If it's not shifting through the gears, the wheel itself might need some adjustments. Alright, so it does shift through really well. There's one gear it's getting stuck on. If I remember correctly, it always kind of had a gear it would get hung up on, but with everything else shifting flawlessly, I think I can tune that out with the way the wheels sit, and I think the wheel's actually about as straight as it's been in a while. So I just gotta adjust the brake caliper so it's not rubbing. One of my zip ties here broke off with the sun, so gotta fix that, put a new zip tie on there. Actually, I have a bunch of these cool little like soft cable ties, and I'm gonna throw one of these on there. I don't know where these came from, but I do know that they're pretty cool to have, so throw that on there like that, and that has been fixed. I'll do the same thing up here, probably, later. Yeah, got decent air in the back, no air in the front. So yeah, all that's left here is fix the brake. I'll probably tune this out a little bit. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that yet, but sealant in the front tire, and put air in the front tire again, and then I think it should be good to test ride. Alright, so I'm pretty stoked. Put more sealant in the back tire, and not getting any tire leaks at all. No bubbles from the tire, a couple from the wheel, from the couple spokes, but I'm not worried about that, strangely. I think if once it's ridden some more, hopefully those will seal up as well. The front is leaking pretty bad. Might end up putting a little bit more sealant in that one, but I just wanted to show you something. So this bike is, you notice that it's silver with black stuff and then blue accessories, and then these bars, right? That's the color they were supposed to be. Kind of harsh lighting here, but you can tell that, yeah, there's quite a difference there, and that's just sun fade over the years. That money, or that color is called cash money. That's the only reason I got these bars in this color, was that they were called cash money. And now they're just incredibly faded. It breaks my heart because I love that color. Or like this here, this is like, got like this green hue to it that's not supposed to be. Alright, so I was thinking, maybe I throw these guys on, but these are not the right size. I thought they looked it, and then looking at comparing, words are hard. They didn't look it, but I figured I'd try anyway. They're not. This bike has 35mm bars, which is the bigger option. So, you know, but yeah, you can really see that color difference there, where that stem grabbed it. Yeah. That part breaks my heart. Like, there's other stuff fading on this bike. The bike's old. The bike always needs work whenever I'm gonna ride it because it just gets neglected. As much as I love it. Those bars though, man, those are one of the only parts that I bought brand new for the bike. And they're just, definitely want to change those because I just don't like that they're fading. That part just bugs me so much. Alright, well, I think it's about time we take it for its first ride, see if we can get some of that sealant to settle around in the tires a little bit. Hopefully seal up the tires completely. That would be fantastic. And then we'll come back and do a nut and bolt check on everything. Everything should be tight, more or less. Never really had any issues with much coming loose on this bike. So, not expecting to find too much, if anything, but I'm gonna take my main voyage and take you with me, but it's kind of dark and GoPro's too turbo and low light, so I will see you when I get back. Alright, so the first ride was a very short ride, but a ride nonetheless, and it rode okay. One thing that I do gotta fix though is the rear brakes are squeaking really bad. I have no rear brakes essentially because it's super loud, and I'm not trying to wake everybody up riding and squealing brakes really loud at 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday. We'll do the brakes, I guess, and see if I can figure out how to get them to quit squeaking. The only other thing that I noticed that needs to be addressed is this grip is starting to melt, which happens in the Arizona sun. And I thought my gloves were out here, but they're not, and I don't know where they are. And I'm not gonna go through the house, try to find them again at 11 o'clock at night. I fixed the squeak. I don't know if it was misalignment or just contaminants. I hit one side with brake clean real good, and then doused the caliper as well as I could to hope that it would seek in and hit the pads. Still squeaked. So hit the other side, but at the same time I loosened and realigned the pads, or the caliper, and tighten it back up, and it fixed it. So I don't know if it's just because I didn't hit the other side with the cleaner, or if I actually was able to realign it and it not squeak anymore. Kind of thinking it's the realignment, because whenever I'd hit it, I would feel the words rattle. I would feel it rattle. So yeah, I think that hopefully fixed the problem. Still gonna have to tinker with the wheels a little bit to see if I can get those to completely seal up. I just don't want to go on a ride and have them leaking at all like that, because that's a good way to end up with a very flat tire when you're far enough away that you don't want to walk a bike with a flat tire. So that's kind of my first thing. After that, I'll probably figure out grips. Hopefully I'll be able to take it out. Hopefully I'll figure all that out within this coming week, and then next week I'll be able to take it out and be able to do something fun with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Please hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment on what you liked or did not like about the video, and we will see you in the next one.